ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय।
ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय।
ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय।
ओम नमो
ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय।
ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय।
ओम
ओम नमो
ओम नमो
भगवते
भगवते वासुदेवाय।
वासुदेवाय।
Okay, so on the special request of Kamalini Mataji, we will start to speak on the Ramayana, just at least something, the best of our ability, although we're very unqualified, to even touch the surface of this. Is it good?
It's good.
Okay. So I can close this window here. Okay, great. So, I wanted to start off by chanting the prayer composed by Srila Jayadev Goswami and glorifying Lord Rama, and then we can take it from there. Okay. So, the one I would like to start off by chanting is Vitarasi Dikshuranim Dikpatikamaniyam Dashamukamaulibalim Ramaniyam Keshavadrita Rama Sharira Jaya Jagadisha Hare Jaya Jagadisha Hare Jaya Jagadisha Hare. So this was the verse I just chanted. Where is it? Okay. Verse number 7, that's the verse I just chanted. So now we can see the translation. O Keshava, O Lord of the universe, O Lord Hari, who has assumed the form of Ramachandra, all glories to you. In the battle of Lanka, you destroyed the 10-headed demon Ravana and distribute his heads as a delightful offering to the presiding deities of the 10 directions, headed by Indra. This action was long desired by all of them, who were much harassed by this monster. So, we are preparing our minds for the appearance day of Lord Ramachandra. And I have read this book a few times. This book composed by, translated by Bhakti Vikas Maharaj, Ramayana book. It's very amazing. I've read it a good amount of times actually. And every time I read it, I just think this is so amazing. It's really, really ecstatic. And we can keep reading it. And I'm sorry, I didn't know that we're going to be doing this, so I don't have every quote off the top of my head. But one devotee was telling me, and he's still yet to send me his notes on the Ramayana, or at least his quote that he was speaking about. Srila Prabhupada said that if you simply read Ramayana, then your uh, envious nature will go away. Right? The envy will go away. Why? Because when you read Ramayana, you see one thing which is happening is that nobody wants the kingdom. Right? Nobody wants the kingdom. Dasharatha doesn't want the kingdom. Rama's he's coronated. Then this whole political twist happens, and nobody, and then Bharata comes. Bharata doesn't want the kingdom. Then Rama doesn't want the kingdom. So many things happen like this. No one wants the kingdom. So when we read Ramayana, we can see, we can hope that actually our envy will go down. So before I start to read from the text and share the screen, I'm sorry if it takes me a little while to get into a flow of it, but then I hope I can just get into it because it's very nectarian. So I'll just chant the prayers, Mangalacharna. Om Ajnanatimirandhasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshurmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Shri Chaitanya Manobhishtam Stapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Gata Mahyam Dadati
Mह्यं ददाति
Swapadam
ददाति।
Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Yutakpada Kamalam Shri Gurun Vaishnavamsha Shri Rupam Sagajatam Sahagana Raghunathan Tam Sujivam Sadvaitam Savadhutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padan Sahagana Lalita Shri Vishakhanvitamsha He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dinabandhu Jagatpate Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namostate तप्त कांचन गौरांगी राधे वृंदावनेश्वरी वृषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्येव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्तवृंद Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Nama Om Vishnu Padaya, Krishna Prishthaya Bhutale, Srimate Bhakti Vikasa, Swaminiti Namine. Nama Om Vishnu Padaya, Krishna Prishthaya Bhutale, Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swaminiti Namine. Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Pracharine. निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात्य देशधारिणे वागीशा यस्य वदने लक्ष्मीर्यस्य च वक्षसि यस्यास्ति हृदये संवित् तं नृसिंहम् अहं भजे जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्तवृंद हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 जनगण बाड़ी ज्ञान कर्मांध हरि प्रकटित पर भक्ति सिद्धांत कांति विनय निकर लक्ष्मी निम्न मेदैर्गम्यो भुवि जयति विकासो भक्तिपूर्वो यतीन्द्र यस्य देवे परा भक्तिर्यथा देवे तथा गुरो तस्यैते कथिता ह्यर्था प्रकाशन्ते महात्मनः. Now for my respectful obeisance unto my spiritual master, His Holiness Bhakti Swami, by whose mercy I may be used as his instrument to speak words which I've heard from him and share what I've realized from hearing from him. So, so one thing I've been doing is while I'm reading this Ramayana, I've been constantly taking notes. That's one thing I learned from my Guru Maharaj. He said that most of the books that he's writing now, most of the books that he's written, so he's all of them have come from notes that he's taken when he was just reading Srila Prabhupada's books as a brahmachari. So ever since I heard my Guru Maharaj say that, I thought that's a really smart idea, and I should also start making notes. Not that I can ever dream of even writing one line like anything that my Guru Maharaj writes in any of his books, because how can you compare an insect to Garuda? It's just ridiculous. But I just thought just for our own relishing and our own happiness and our own we can see, right? That's why we say the Jayadeva Goswami says Shrinu Shukadam Shubhadam Bhavasaram. Mm. That when we hear the pastimes of the Supreme Personality, Shrinu Sukadam, we become very happy simply by hearing Shrinu Sukadam Shubhadam. It's very auspicious. Bhavasaram, Shrinu Sukadam Shubhadam Bhavasaram. That our entire material existence goes away. Shrinu Sukadam Shubhadam Bhavasaram. Our entire material existence goes away when we hear about the ecstatic pastimes of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. So we see that especially when we read Ramayana, it's very it's a very amazing text which helps us develop attachment to the Supreme Personality of Godhead. And we can see, oh, we are Gaudiya Vaishnavas. What's the point? Why do we need to study Ramayana? We want to be absorbed in the pastimes of Radha and Krishna. That's true. But we see that even in the pastimes of Radha and Krishna, my Guru Maharaj is saying in a lecture, the gopis accuse Krishna. Right? They accuse Krishna. Oh, we know you in your past life. You were Rama. Purnamasi told us. You were Rama and how you abandoned your wife Sita and you treated her so badly. Hare Krishna. We have a very special guest today. Jai. Hare Krishna. Thank you. Please sit. We made some mats for you. Are you any of your friends coming too? Uh-huh. Whoever you want. Yeah. Anyone is welcome to come. So we see that even the gopis, they say, "Oh, we know you, in your past life, you were Rama and you were so mean to Sita. You did this to Sita." They accuse him. Oh, and then you came as Vamana, and then you cheated your own devotee. So the gopis, they also know a lot of Ram Leela actually. So we can also, following the footsteps of the gopis, try to know and understand some of the Ram Leela. Especially the Ramayana is very important because the Supreme Personality, you got it, Rama, is Ramo Vigrahavahan Dharma. Right? The Rama is a very Vigraha of Dharma. He's a very form of Dharma, Lord Rama. So when we hear about his pastimes and we see how amazingly Lord Rama acted, we understand what is Dharma and what is Adharma. We understand all these things. Unfortunately, we are in a situation these days in the Krishna consciousness movement where we are too eager to transcend Dharma without knowing what Dharma is. If all we know is Adharma and we try to transcend it, and if you don't do it in one shot, you really fall in a very terrible place known as Adharma. So when we read Ramayana, we see how amazing Lord Rama is, how amazing Dharma is, how there's no envy in the brothers. No one wants the kingdom, you know. It's like Dasharatha gives it to Rama. Rama says, okay. Next day he says he's banished. He says, okay. Bharata comes back. He says, I don't want the kingdom. Let's go get Rama. And then Rama says, I don't want the kingdom, Bharata. You keep it. But there's no Rama. I don't want the kingdom. He gives it. He says, no, you take it back. Then Vashishta, then Jabali, then so many devotees, then his mothers, everyone were forcing Lord Rama to take the kingdom back. He said, I'll come back in 14 years. What's the problem? You rule until then. Then Bharata says, I don't want to rule until then. You rule until then. And then eventually they come to a conclusion, my dear Lord Ramachandra, you please empower, you please keep your lotus feet in these sandals, and these sandals will rule the kingdom. And I, as Bharata, will just be the menial servant of these sandals. These padukas, not sandals. Ah, I'm so far, man, stupid guy. And these padukas will rule the kingdom. He says these padukas will rule the kingdom. So nobody wants the kingdom. And then the proposal comes. Bharata says, Rama, I will stay here. Let Lakshmana be there. Lakshmana, I don't want the kingdom. Even we see in the Uttarakanda of the Ramayana, where Lakshmana is offered to be the heir apparent, and he doesn't say a word. He doesn't want the kingdom. Why? Because he thinks it's adharmic to uh, be the heir to the kingdom while Bharata is alive. Mhm. So he also doesn't want the kingdom. Then Shatrugna doesn't want the kingdom. Nobody wants, but they simply do it for the sake of Dharma. So when we hear the pastimes of the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Lord Ramachandra, we can see how envyless, right? There's no, I don't know if there's a real word envyless, or you find a certain lack of envy in his pastimes. So it's very important for us to actually understand and observe, absorb ourselves in the mood of these great devotees, actually, in the mood of these great devotees. And we see that even the Lord always relishes being the servant. Even the Supreme Lord always being relishes being the servant. And no, I read the Ramayana a few times, like I was saying, and so many devotees are very inspiring in the Ramayana. But I find Lakshmana. I mean, of course, some may say Hanuman. Of course, Hanuman is so inspiring. Some may say Sita. I mean, of course, right? So I especially, I find Lord Lakshmana to be a very, very inspiring personality. Just and because Lakshmana is who he is, because Lakshmana is who he is, he came down again, right? Lakshmana came down again. Does anyone know who Lakshmana came in Kali Yuga? I'm not talking about Nityananda Prabhu. Anyone else? Lakshmana came as? Does anyone know? You want to unmute your microphones and say?
Ramanujacharya.
That's right. Lakshmana came as Ramanuja, right? That's why Ramanujacharya's previous name was Lakshmana Deshika, actually, before initiation. His name was Lakshmana Deshika. And he again appeared as Ramanuja, Lakshmana Deshika. Then, after sannyas and all that, he became he became Ramanuja, and such a perfect acharya came to teach us the mood of surrender, the mood of Sharanagati. And he's a very perfect person to teach it because in his previous appearance as Lakshmana, he was such an amazing menial servant of Lord Rama. Such an amazing menial servant of Lord Rama. And we can say, I've made a few notes and we can start going over them. So you have the Ramayana with you? The book? You have the book?
I want.
Yeah, you can share it. I have mine here. Because I'm going to be sharing my screen and the devotees here can share it. I can see it, but I don't think you can, right? So I was thinking, so I'll just go to different page numbers where Lakshmana is mentioned. And what I really wanted to do was I made all these notes, and my master plan, if I'm allowed to say that, was that I would go to the original Ramayana, and that is being translated and commented upon by Rupa Raghunath Vani publications headed by Vidwan Gauranga Prabhu, and look at the exact verse and churn the nectar, because there's 13 Acharyas commentary, I think, as far as I remember, that Vidwan Gauranga Prabhu is referring. and the first commentator on the Ramayana in a Vaishnava Sampradaya is Govinda Raja. So I really wanted to go over the commentary of Govinda Raja, but I'm traveling and I just because I'm an idiot, I just didn't have a whole set of Ramayana with me. So bear with me. I'll just read from a few sections. I'll speak to the best of my ability. Please tolerate me. I'm certainly not qualified to undertake this task, but let's do it. So it's page number 22, if you want to see that. So we can see now. Let's see the appearance of Sri Lord Bhagavan Ramachandra. So we see this over here. Can everyone see my screen? Yes? No?
Yes, Prabhu.
Okay, great. So we see this from birth. So look at this, right? Mm. So, okay. So after everyone knows the pastime, after Lord Dasharatha received that sweet rice from the Vishnu Duta, we see. Then he gave half to Kaikeyi. So he gave half to Kaushalya. Then he gave um, some portion to Kaikeyi, and then he gave Sumitra also some portions. So then, after they took the sweet rice, this is what happened. Soon thereafter, a son representing one-fourth of the province of Lord Vishnu was born of Kaikeyi, Maharaj Dasharath's youngest queen. Then 2 days after the appearance of Kaushalya's son, Sumitra gave birth to twins, each representing one-sixth of the potency of Lord Vishnu. All of the newborn children highly resembled one another. That's a page before that, I guess. And were exceedingly effulgent and pleasing to behold. Indeed, upon the appearance of Maharaj Dasharatha's four sons, the demigods showered flowers from heaven, while the Gandharvas sang and played musical instruments and apsaras as the apsaras danced. In Ayodhya, there was a great festival. Page number 22, right? You're able to find it? Yeah. There was a great festival as musicians, dancers, and actors crowded the streets with all the citizens participating in the merrymaking. 13 days after the birth of Kaushalya's child, Vashishta Muni, the family priest of Maharaj Dashrath, performed the name-giving ceremony. The fortunate Rishi named the son of Kaushalya Rama, while the son of Kaikeyi was named Bharata. The twin sons of Sumitra were named Lakshmana and Shatrughna. Thereafter, Vashishta took charge of performing all purificatory rituals for the sons of Maharaj Dashrath, culminating with the sacred thread ceremony. Under Vashishta's guidance, all four brothers became masters of the Vedas, great heroic warriors, and reservoir of godly qualities. Now look at this. From birth, however, Rama outshone his brothers in all respect. Quite naturally, he became the favorite son of Maharaj Dashrath. Likewise, from childhood, Lakshmana was very attached to Rama. Similarly, Rama was not willing to eat anything or even go to sleep without Lakshmana. Whenever Rama went hunting, Lakshmana unfailingly accompanied him. Shatrughna and Bharata were also similarly very dear to each other and thus inseparable. So we can see from this quote from that we're reading, I know, right? Why is Mahotsaha that speaking? Why don't we just read the whole class? So amazing. Anyway, I guess this class is an advertisement for you to read the Ramayana yourself, but we see that from birth, Lakshmana was so attached to Lord Rama, and Lord Rama was so attached to Lakshmana also. And that's why when Vishwamitra Muni, he takes Lakshmana and Rama, when he takes them on to go to his ashram to kill Maricha and Subahu and the other demons who are interrupting his sacrifice, then he says, Lord Rama is lying down, and Lakshmana is also there. And then what happens is Lakshmana becomes Anantashesha, and Lord Rama becomes Vishnu, and he's reclining upon the seat. And then this is what Vishwamitra sees. So what does he see? He says he goes to wake them up, and when he goes to wake them up, what does he say? There's a very beautiful prayer. I hope I can remember this. If I don't, it's Kaushalya Supraja Ramaduta Sandhya Pravartate. What's the next line? I found it. Okay.
कौसल्या सुप्रजा रामा संज्ञा प्रवर्तते उत्तिष्ठ
Then
नरसार्दूल
उत्तिष्ठ नरशार्दूल
कर्तव्यं
कर्तव्यं
that's nice.
दैवमान्तिकम्
Nice.
दैवमानिकम् उत्तिष्ठ उत्तिष्ठ
Wow,
गोविन्द
whoa, it's too much power. Whoa. Okay, good. All yes, the bhav has come out, fired up. Good job. So he says, Kaushalya Supraja Rama Purva Sandhya Pravartate Uttishta Narashardula Kartavyam Daivamanhitam Mahnikam. Right? And then of course the famous verse Uttishto Uttishta Govinda Uttishta Garuda Dvaja Uttishta Kamala Kanta Trailokyam Mangalam Kurum. Right? But he says when he goes to wake them up, he sees that Rama is lying down. He's seeing this. How fortunate is Kaushalya? She gets to see this sight every day, all the time. Why? Because Lakshmana is so attached to Lord Rama. They're inseparable. They're inseparable. And the more we see as the Ramayana goes on, this attachment that Lakshmana shows to Rama is so amazing. And he teaches us what it actually means to be a servant. Anyway, since we are speaking of Lord Rama, and we're reading from the Ramayana, we have to quote this verse. This verse is composed by Kulashekar Alvar, of course. What is it? Majjanmana phalamidam madhukaita bare mat prataniya madanugraha esha eva tvadbhritya bhritya paricharaka bhrityasya bhritya timam swaralokhanata. So I'll show you the translation. See, well, okay, look at this. Okay. So, okay, verse number 25. The Mukundamala Stotra. So you see this over here. How do I go to the next one? Okay, yeah. O enemy of Madhu and Kaitaba, O Lord of the universe, the perfection of my life and the most cherished mercy you could show me would be for you to consider me the servant of 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 your servant. Right? So we see Lakshmana really exhibits this mood as we go on to read in the Ramayana. We see how much Lakshmana exhibits this mood of being the servant of Lord Ramachandra. Right? He is a perfect person to come as Ramanujacharya, right? He is the perfect person to come and teach us this very beautiful aspect of surrendering unto the lotus feet of the Supreme Lord. Who can be better than Lord Lakshmana to show us how to be a servant of Lord Rama? Who can be better? As Sita Devi, I guess you could say like that. Rasa Tattva is there. But we can see it's such an amazing devotee. So I'll show you now a few more sections of the Ramayana. And you can go to page number 96 if you like. Do you have another copy for mother back there?
Tapas Buddhas.
Tapas for Buddha. Where is Tapas when you need him the most?
Upstairs there's one.
There is?
Yeah.
You have at home. It'll take you too long to get it. You can run and get it.
You can't find yours. It's in Tapas's little bookshelf.
Upstairs.
Yeah.
Yeah, I put it there.
So we see in this section, this now we'll read the section where Rama is being banished. Right? Rama is being banished. And Lakshmana is unable to handle it. I am just okay. Now I'll show you this. So now we can see the different moods of Lord Rama and Lakshmana. And these are some of the things which, if I don't know if I'm allowed to say this, but these are some of the things which fried Lord Lakshmana out, right? Lord Lakshmana was so fried out with Rama. I'll show you what exactly this is. Uh, oh, it's not showing me. Whoa. Mm, okay. So now look at this, right? So now this section of the Ramayana is is a place. Okay, you can give her the book until now. So in this section on page number 90, oh, he got it, he got it. Okay. So where this is the part where Rama hears the news from Dasharatha as to how he's now going to be banished. He's going to be banished from the kingdom for 14 years. And Rama hears all this. And this is page number 96. So now he says, Rama bowed down to King Dasharatha and Kaikeyi and departed to tell his mother the news. Lakshman, who had heard everything at the door, followed his elder brother. It was only with great effort that he managed to control his rage. As the two brothers left the palace, a pitiful wailing was heard from all who had found out about Rama's impending exile. When Monarch Dashrath heard those cries of lamentation, he hid himself under his bedsheets in shame. When Rama entered Kaushalya's apartment, he was joyfully greeted and ushered into his mother's room. When he came in, she immediately embraced him, saying, I am so happy today. You will be installed as a successor to the throne. With great gentleness and humility, Rama replied, My dear mother, please do not allow yourself to be overcome by grief by what I must tell you. Because of the two benedictions that my father formerly promised Kaikeyi, Bharata will be installed as heir apparent to the throne. Right? So now this is Valmiki's Ramayana. And I was also listening to Gokul Chandra Prabhu's Kamba Ramayana series. And in this, Kamba actually says that that Kaikeyi loved Rama more than she actually loved Bharata, and Kaushalya loved Bharata more than she actually loved Rama. Then you can see it's a trick of the demigods to bewilder the mind of Kaikeyi. And when in Kamba Ramayana it says that when Kaushalya heard this, he said, "Okay, it's a strange proposal. He wants you to become the king. It's a strange proposal because the elder brother is supposed to become the king. But anyway, it makes sense because Bharata is 3 times better than you, Rama. Bharata is 3 times better than you." Kaushalya says that to Rama. Bharata is 3 times better than you. So yeah, I see the logic in that. And then it says that Kamba says that when Rama heard that this Bharata is going to become the king, he became so happy. So blessed out. Why? Because he's thinking, wow, my younger brother is so glorious. He's so much more glorious than me that my father is willing to transcend this room in order to establish him as the king. So Rama was actually blissed out, right? But then, hmm, but then when they hear this, when she hears that, and this very day I shall leave Ayodhya to dwell in the forest for 14 years, immediately Kaushalya faints. Right, hearing this, Kaushalya immediately fainted to the floor. Then, after Rama tenderly lifted Kaushalya to her feet, she bitterly lamented, What greater misery could befall me than this? It would be better for me to have remained childless. Why has death not come to me instantly upon hearing of this calamity? My younger co-wives will surely despise me now. By hearing their taunts, my life will be made doubly miserable. Wow, seems like it's been a historical fact that women don't get along with each other. Had to take that. Sorry. Until until then, until then, Lakshmana had controlled his wow.
Oh, no.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Something happened here. I'm not just laughing for no reason. Tapas is a very tapas, man. I'm not gonna tell you. Okay, sorry. So until then, now we say, welcome. Until then, Lakshman had controlled his rage, right? However, no longer able to remain silent, he suddenly burst out. Oh Rama. Now look at Lakshman, right? He said, Oh Rama, our father has become senile and perverse, being overpowered by lust. He has become a plaything in the hands of the wicked Kaikeyi. Why should we passively stand by and accept this? A father, a king, or a spiritual master who cannot distinguish between what should and what should not be done must be rejected. Rama, you should take over the government immediately before everyone hears of the king's decisions to install Bharata. Besides, even if all the ministers and citizens are found out and if they're against your installation, I am prepared to annihilate the whole of Ayodhya if necessary. My dear mother, you should know that at least I am loyal to Rama. Indeed, I am ready to kill the foolish Dasharatha if necessary and to install Rama upon the throne. Right? So this is Lakshmana's mood. How far do you want to go to serve Rama? As far as annihilating everyone in Ayodhya if needed. Right? Now, look at this, right? Kaushalya, however, did not care for the kingdom. She only feared separation from her beloved son. She said, "O Rama, please do not go into exile. It will be more virtuous for you to stay here and please your poor mother than to go to the forest at the command of your father, Rama. Sorry, of your father, Rama. If you leave Ayodhya, then I shall fast to death, for life will become unbearable for me." Rama replied, "Mother, it is not possible for me to disobey my father. Therefore, you must give me your permission so I may depart to the forest at once. The order of one's father can never be avoided." Boy, do the Hindu parents like to quote this verse. Right? Everything else, they don't care. Huh? Just consider how Parshuram beheaded his own mother Renuka on the order of his father Jamadagni. Likewise, the sage Kandu killed a cow at his father's command. Therefore, I too must obey my father. Then, look at this. Turning to Lakshmana, Rama said, "My dear brother, do not allow yourself to come under the sway of your of all devouring wrath. Give up the idea of seizing the throne by force and accept the order of our father." It's not over yet. This scene is not over yet. Okay. Rama again addressed Kaushalya. "My dear mother, please do not torture yourself or talk of ending your life. After the time of my exile is over, I shall return to you. Therefore, please give me your blessing so I may depart without unnecessary remorse." Kaushalya, however, could only cry in desperation. Then Rama became stern and said to Lakshmana, "You are both causing me more grief by opposing my desire to honor my father's command. I will not be swayed by my duty." Then, now listen to this. Then, to pacify Lakshmana, Rama said, "My dear brother, as soon as Bharata is installed, all of this will be forgotten." That is what happens when he says it. It only fries Lakshmana out even more. Right? Then you will be easily able to give up your grief. Like, are you serious? You'll be easily able to give up your grief. Do not blame Kaikeyi, for she is only an instrument in the hands of Providence, the real shaper of our destinies. And have you ever noticed this, that when you're already fried out, something terribly wrong happens and someone starts talking philosophy to you, like, that really fries you out a lot, right? That happens a lot. Like, someone really mess up, like, "Actually, Prabhu, no, let's talk some philosophy." No, it doesn't work, right? So now you can see over here, what does Lakshmana do, right? Look at this. He chastises Rama. Lakshmana refused to be pacified. He angrily retorted, "Oh Rama, it appears that you have become impotent. For you have given up your Kshatriya reliance on personal prowess and are just surrendering to destiny. I am not such a eunuch, however, and shall subdue fate by my own power. I will install you on the royal throne this very day." Right? So, and in the original Ramayana written by Valmiki, the verse is that he says, "Fate, what is fate? We are Kshatriyas. Let fate come. We will kill fate." That's what Lakshmana says. "Let fate come. I will kill fate with my own arms. I'm a Kshatriya. I depend on my personal prowess. I don't need to do all this freaking garbage, destiny and providence, and oh my God, you're talking philosophy like a rishi. Let's go and we'll kill fate right away. I don't care. Let's kill fate. We're Kshatriyas. Come on, Rama. What's wrong with you?" Right? He's saying this over here. "I'm not such a eunuch. You can be a eunuch. I am not a eunuch. I will install you this very day. By my own two hands, with my own two bare hands, I will crush anyone who opposes you." Right? Lakshmana is saying this. Now you can see this is like the in an army situation, right? Lakshmana would be known as a hawk, right? In like a military thing. When there's like different military strategies going on. There's some guys like, let's see if we can be diplomatic. Maybe we could like do this and do that. Maybe we could like give them a gift. The other guys like, forget all that. Let's just crush these guys, bro. Like Lakshmana is one of those. In the Mahabharata, Satyaki was one of those. In the Bhagavatam, again, Satyaki was another. Satyaki was the same. He was just like, sorry, let's just go and kill Jarasandha right now. Let's all the Yadus, same thing. In the Mahabharata, he says, what is all this peace negotiation, waiting for 13 years, doing this 1 year cognito? Come on, Pandavas, we all love you. Let you just come fight with us. All the Yadus will come and let's just, kill the Kauravas. What's the problem? Right? Bhima was the same. What the heck, 14 years, Yudhishthira, you just tell me the one word. I alone will go to Hastinapur and kill all these 100 rascals just right away. I'll kill all the 100 sons. No problem. And then like Yudhishthira like, no, we have to be dharmic. And then Arjuna and Bhima would get really fried out. They would go hide in the bush like this. Yudhishthira is too much. You should be a Brahmin. Why is he like this? But it's like that. Like that. That's their bhav, right? Some people have their bhav, and to some degree, it's like following their footsteps. It might be mine and Vishnu Prabhu's relationship might be a little bit like that. It's like he's different and I'm a little on the other side. But we see this here, right? This is the truth. Like, for example, Sunil's son, I really love him a lot. His name is Nihant. He was going to school and, he told his friends, if you keep eating meat, you're all demons, and he said like, I guess some stuff that he heard in our classes, like how if you do this, you're a demon, you're going to go to hell, you're a karmi, stop eating meat and stuff like that. And I was like, good job, keep doing it. And then Vishnu said like, oh, you should not be like that, right? Sometimes so there's difference of opinion. I mean, the same thing over here. Lakshmana is also having a super duper difference of opinion with Rama. Let's read that again. Lakshman refused to be pacified. He angrily retorted, oh Rama, it appears that you have become impotent, for you have given up your Kshatriya reliance on personal prowess and are just surrendering to destiny. I am not such a eunuch, however, and shall subdue fate by my own power. I will install you on the royal throne this very day. Hearing this, Kaushalya could understand that nothing could deter Rama. She then pleaded, oh my son, if you're determined to execute your father's demand, please allow me to accompany you to the forest. Right? Then this is a very heart-wrenching exchange, and we can see this over here. Rama replied, dear mother, after being deceived by Kaikeyi and then deserted by you, my father would certainly give up his life. Who can outlogic Lord Rama? Right? The foremost duty of it, look at this, right? The foremost duty of a chaste and virtuous wife is to never leave the husband under any circumstance. You heard that, kid?
Hmm?
You heard that? The foremost duty of a chaste and virtuous wife is to never leave the husband under any circumstance. We were just discussing that. He is her Lord as long as she lives. Regardless of how noble or religious a woman may be, she commits a sin if she fails to serve her husband. A wife's duty is to please and obey her husband and no one else. This is the verdict of all scriptures, despite what our feminist friends may say, or friends, not really. Please then remain with my father and wait for me, for I shall return after 14 years without fail. Right? That is why we read Ramayana. It's not like nowadays there's a new Ramayana where Sita is like, what, guys, I'm going to freaking fight with Ravana and like, all this kind of insane nonsense. Right? But we see this here. This is what Ramayana says. What is this? The foremost duty of a chaste wife is not to be a female Diksha Guru, but is to never leave her husband under any circumstance. He is her Lord for as long as she lives. Regardless of how noble or religious a woman may be, she commits sin if she fails to serve her husband. A wife's duty is to please and obey her husband and no one else. This is a verdict of all the scriptures. Please then remain with my father and wait for me. I shall return after 14 years without fail. Right? There's a very important point to know that we should not be eager to become Guru Devis and Sannyasinis and this and that and take Vanaprastha in such a way that the husband takes care of the children and you become a traveling preacher. Weird stuff, man. This weird stuff. It's not according to Shastra, right? Anyway, I don't want to get into that bhav right now. But Kaushalya gave up all hope of accompanying Rama and finally agreed to give him her blessings. After giving Rama permission to depart for the forest, Kaushalya induced the Brahmanas to perform sacrifices for her son's well being. Kaushalya declared, "May you soon return so that my happiness will be restored. May righteousness be your protector. May the demigods protect you. And may the celestial weapons defend you. May heaven and earth, the wind, land, and water, and all animate and inanimate beings protect you. May day and night the sun and the moon protect you. May you be happy, O Rama, for my blessings shall go with you." So now we can see, now think about this, right? When all this is going on, Lakshmana is right there next to Rama. And he's in anxiety like anything. What is he in anxiety for? What is he in anxiety for? Is he in anxiety for his brother? What is going to happen to him? He knows, come on, what's going to happen to Rama? Rama is God. One thing is you can see in the Ramayana constantly, Lakshmana always knew Rama is God. Like he may have some loving exchange and chastise him like this. It happens. But Lakshmana always knew Rama is God. So he knows, okay, if Rama goes to the forest, so what? Bhumi, like, well, so what? Nothing's going to happen to Rama. But what was he afraid of at this point of time? What do you think?
Other people don't think you.
No, he doesn't care. He'll kill them.
His reputation will be wrong.
No, he'll kill those people who give him bad reputation. Come on.
Sita.
No. Well, should I say it? Anyone wants to try? Unmute your microphones. Try it. Anybody? Well,
What's the question, Prabhu?
so what was Lakshmana afraid of at this point of time, right? So we're seeing over here, he's hearing Kaushalya's and Rama's conversation. They're going back and forth. He's saying, "Oh, I'm not going to. I'm going to go to the forest." Lakshmana is sharing all these things. Lakshmana only has one super duper anxiety. What is that anxiety that he's having?
Ram is weak.
No,
They don't think he will weak.
What will happen to Sita Devi?
no,
What will happen to his wife?
no.
Dashrath Maharaj?
Huh?
How
Okay.
how
Yeah,
much he'll miss Ram
exactly. There you go.
from
That's why you need a true
separation.
devotee on this call. That's right. Because he's feeling impending separation from Rama. Now Rama is not listening to his own mom. Why and why would he not listening to his own? Dasharatha himself says, "Rama, listen to me. Just seize the throne, take me as a prisoner.
Mhm.
No problem." He said, "No, dad, no, father, I can't do it. This is like your vow. I cannot break your vow. I cannot do it." So Lakshmana is thinking, if father is not listening to, guru he is not listening to, mother he is not listening to, why will he listen to me when I tell him I want to go to the forest with him? So Lakshmana is an anxiety like anything, right? He's an anxiety like anything. And you'll see this theme. You'll see this theme across the Ramayana. Look at this. Now let's see. This is so heavy, when we read about Sita Devi. Sita had heard nothing of Rama's exile. I'm just continuing to read. I'm just continuing to read the thing. So Sita had heard nothing of Rama's exile. She had been waiting for him in happy expectation for many hours. When Rama finally entered her room, Sita could. You can read, man. I'm reading from. It must be page like between 99 to 100 or something. Right?
100.
Page 100. I'm reading from this. So we gave you the book so you can.
Last paragraph, page 1.
Yeah, yeah. So Sita had heard nothing of Rama's exile. Okay, you can give me the book back when I ask you, right? Because I kept notes over here. So Sita had heard nothing of Rama's exile. She had been waiting for him in happy expectation for many hours. When Rama finally entered her room, Sita could immediately see that she was pale. He was pale, perspiring, and greatly troubled. Rama was not accompanied by his usual royal entourage. Sita inquired, "My dear Rama, what is the matter?" She knows, right? A chaste wife knows just by looking at the husband, she knows something is up. Something is up, right? We see a chaste wife can know that about her husband, and a mother can also know that about her son, right? And when something is wrong, somehow the other, like I remember as a karmi, when something would go wrong, my mom would like know it right away. All like oh man, I'm trying to hide it, like, no, mom, but like, she's like, what's wrong? What's wrong? What's wrong? What's wrong? Like, nothing, nothing. But like, they know something is wrong, like, oh my goodness. It's just like the superpower, right? So like women have that, like they're able, for example, like sometimes before my cousin would come home, his mom would tell, oh, okay, now my son, Kartikeya, he's going to come home in the next 5 minutes. He's going to come home in the next 10 minutes. The mom just knows. And then guess what? 10 minutes later, her son shows up. The mom and the son, they have that relationship. The mother that's why Prabhupada said the closest love one can experience in the material world that you can compare to the spiritual world is the love between the mother and her son. Right? So we say this. So Sita Devi, she has this. She's looking at Rama immediately. What's the matter, Rama? What's the matter? Right? And then you can see, without hesitation, Rama replied, "My father has ordered me to."
Okay.
Huh?
Okay.
My father has ordered me to leave the kingdom and go reside in the forest. Bharata is to be installed as the heir apparent to the royal throne. Utilizing two benedictions given her long ago by my father, Kaikeyi has asked that her son be installed while I am banished to the forest. My dear Sita, I have no other choice than to abide by my father's order. However, I want you to stay there. Go daily and offer your respects at the feet of my father and follow Bharata's commands implicitly. My dearest, I have come here just to see you before departing for the forest. Hearing Rama's words, Sita grew increasingly agitated. With anger born of love, she replied, "O Rama, my husband, most excellent of men, what advice are you giving me? It is the duty of the wife to share the husband's destiny.
Okay.
I must accompany you to the forest." Excuse me, 1 minute.
Oh,
Uh,
sorry.
no, no,
Oh,
no.
sorry.
You're adding
Sorry.
to the bhav. You're adding to the bhav. It's nice. It's nice. You're adding to the bhav, Mataji. So, hearing Rama's words, Sita grew increasing. Yeah, I must accompany you to the forest. Oh, father, a father, mother, brother, son, and daughter-in-law all have their separate existence. Look at that, right? I'm not saying this. Sita is saying this. A father, mother, brother, son, and daughter-in-law all have their separate existence. A wife, however, has no choice but to follow her husband. Right? I didn't say that. Sita Devi said it. I cannot take refuge in anyone else, not even myself. My husband is my only refuge. Therefore, I am determined to follow you. I shall walk behind you and eat only after you have eaten. Which woman is doing this these days? That's my question. My goodness, if they cook for their husband, that's a big thing. I will, not you. You're not. Okay, okay, you. Okay. So, you know, I will never do anything to displease you, and I shall remain happy to gaze at the hills, lakes, and rivers. I will never become tired, for I will feel secure in your care. I want to live. I would not want to live even in heaven if you were not there. Oh Rama, it is you alone that I love. Without you, I would surely die. Because of frailty, Rama was not inclined to take Sita with him. Thus, in an attempt to discourage her, Rama said, "Oh, delicate lady, one has to endure great discomfort while living in the forest. There are no soft beds to lie upon, and one has to bear the onslaught of excessive heat, cold, and torrential rain. In the forest, one can only hope to eat fruits and roots. There is always danger from ferocious animals that stalk in search of prey. Considering those conditions, I could never allow you to accompany me to the forest." So now you can see again, Lakshmana's anxiety is increasing. Now he's saying this to Sita also. My goodness. Right? What chance do I have? Right? He's saying, you see this, right? You're seeing the whole thing. How Lakshmana is there, he's hearing all this. He's in anxiety. Now, what if Rama doesn't let me do it? What if Rama doesn't let me come? He's constantly in anxiety. He's thinking, oh man, what's going to happen? What's going to happen? You have to understand, Lakshmana is there with Rama when all this is happening. Right? He's seeing this, he's understanding these points. Hmm? So now you see, he goes on to say, Rama's words of refusal made Sita tremble with fear at the prospect of separation from her Lord. As pearl like tears rolled down her cheeks like drops of water falling from a lotus leaf, Sita replied, as long as I remain with you, any inconvenience or danger will be of no consequence. O Rama, without her husband, a wife cannot live. If you do not allow me to go with you, I shall give up my life by taking poison, entering fire, or drowning myself. There's a few Matajis that we know in New Dwarka who are like this.
Yeah.
Before my marriage, an astrologer predicted that I would have, and not only in New York, some of you online also. Before my marriage, an astrologer predicted that I would have to spend a part of my life in the forest. Therefore, my dear husband, I know that it is my destiny to accompany you. To be with you is heaven. To live without you is hell. Therefore, you must take me with you. Now again, Rama remained like, can you imagine what Lakshmana is going through in the middle of all this? Rama remained reluctant to allow Sita to accompany him into exile. She felt as though she were falling into a great abyss of calamity. Thus, she almost became mad, fearing separation from her husband, unable to tolerate Rama's stubbornness any longer. Sita, can you believe it? Sita began to chastise him. My father made a big mistake in choosing you for a son in law. How can you think of deserting your wife who married you before puberty? Rama and Sita were married at the age of 6. Sita was 6 years old, actually. Yep. Are you going to leave her unprotected and exposed to the stares of others? The citizens of Ayodhya are fools for declaring Rama as splendid as his son. His glories are without equal. I refuse to remain alone while you all go after the first. Either you take me with you or I will take poison and die. That's it. Crying bitterly, her heart tormented with grief, Sita was on the verge of fainting. Seeing her pitiful condition was more than Rama could bear. Finally, thank God, right? His heart softened, and then he took his darling Sita in his arms. Then he assured her that she could indeed accompany him. Amazing. Finally, whew, Lakshman has some hope. Darling Sita, Rama began, I only tried to dissuade you because I did not understand the true. Well, my internet connection is stable. Yeah, unstable. Can everyone hear me still? Hare Krishna?
Yes, Prabhu, you
Yes.
cut out very briefly, but you're
Can
back.
you unmute? Yeah, okay. Am I
Yes.
back now?
Yes, Prabhu.
You'll come back. I'll go on for another 15 minutes, okay? Yeah, okay. Okay, am I good? You can hear me now? Yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, I'm good?
Yes.
Okay.
So there's the button.
Yes, okay, great. So now we can look at the footnote, right? We can see what Srila Prabhupada is commenting here. Srila Prabhupada comments, in Vedic civilization, right, is Srila Prabhupada saying this? In Vedic civilization, there are hundreds of similar examples of such renunciation on the part of queens and dedication to the husband. The goddess of fortune, Mother Sita, followed her husband, Ramachandra, while he went to the forest. Lord Ramachandra went to the forest in compliance with the order of his father Maharaj Dasharatha. But Mother Sita was not so ordered. Nonetheless, she voluntarily accepted the path of her husband. Such queens also instructed the general populace by showing them how to become a chaste wife and follow the husband in every stage of life. It's crazy. It's like people don't read Prabhupada's books anymore. When the husband is king, she sits beside him as the queen. And when he goes to the forest, she also follows, despite having to tolerate all kinds of difficulties in living in the forest. Amazing. Mhm. So, darling Sita, Rama began, I only try to dissuade you because I do not understand the true situation of your mind. O Sita, I could no more abandon you than a wise man could give up his sense of compassion. Amazing, huh? How could I ever rest peacefully knowing that you were unhappy? Go then and give away in charity all your valuables, clothes, jewels, and whatever you possess to the Brahmanas. As Sita, now look at this, right? Here it comes. As Sita joyfully departed, Lakshmana, who was standing nearby, came forward and caught hold of Rama's lotus feet. With tear-filled eyes, Lakshmana pleaded, "O Rama, please allow me to accompany you into the forest." Right, so Lakshmana, this was his chance. He jumped on it. Hoping to discourage Lakshmana, Rama replied, "My dear brother, you must remain here at Ayodhya to serve our mothers, Kaushalya and Sumitra. Without your protection, they will surely be mistreated by Kaikeyi." To this, so Lakshman already like knows what Rama will say. He knows him so well. So he's saying, to this Lakshman replied, "Surely our brother Bharata will take care of everything. There is no need to be anxious for our mothers. O Rama, as you traverse the forest, I shall walk in front with my bow in hand, allowing you and Sita to enjoy the scenic delights. I will also gather fruits and roots as you sleep and stand nearby to guard you." Right? At last, Rama agreed. He then instructed Lakshman, "You may certainly come, but first take leave of your mother. Afterward, bring the two mighty bows given by Varuna to Maharaj Janaka, the impenetrable armor, two inexhaustible quivers, and a pair of powerful swords. After paying your respects to Vashishta, return here with the weapons, and we shall depart." Having fulfilled Rama's orders, Lakshmana returned. Rama then asked him to summon the foremost of Brahmanas so he could distribute all possessions in charity. Soon thereafter, Suryagya, the son of Vashishta, and the sons of Agastya and Vishwamitra arrived at the royal palace. So it's 6:05, and yeah, we started a little late. So I'm thinking that maybe it might be a good idea to stop over here, and it'll be nice if we can have the class tomorrow. But in order for that to happen, I would request all of you devotees present here to please bless me that I could distribute at least 5 Bhagavatam sets before 5 o'clock tomorrow. And if that happens, we will continue this class. Okay, is that reasonable? Is that a reasonable proposal? Yeah. So
Jai
I'll let
Prabhu.
you know if we can do it. So yeah, please, you can that'll be a good idea. If I can distribute, it's okay. If our team, I'm a team player starting today, right? Starting today, I'm a team player. So if the team can distribute 5 sets of Bhagavatam before 5 o'clock, then we will have the class again. So I request all of you to pray very intensely to Lord Rama and Lakshmana that we can have the class again tomorrow at this time. So what I do now is I like to request is, are there any questions or comments in this regard? Anyone? Yes, Deep.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji. Please accept
Yes,
my humble obeisances.
please accept mine.
All glories to Lord Lakshman.
All good.
So we see in Ramayana that he's Lord Lakshmana particularly. He's tend to lose his calmness when it comes to like circumstances. When Lord Parshuram appeared and chastised Ram to why did he break the bow, and many other various uh, scene. So why? Because he's the example that we are given that if anyone want to serve Lord Rama, we should serve like as Lakshman did. So why is if we consider him as pure devotee, then why is he tend to lose his control?
Because, huh? Okay. Yeah, because simple reason, uh, pure devotees are not stereotyped. Hanuman performed pure devotional service by burning Lanka to the ground. Right? Anger should be used in Krishna service. What's that? Kama Krodha Karmarpane, or something like this. I'm messing up that verse for sure. And Narottam Das Thakur says this. Actually, the anger,
रामकृष्ण कर्मार्पणे क्रोध भक्त द्वेषी गणे.
Krodha Bhakta Dveshi Dhani. That's right, Madhavi Latamaji coming through with the Bengali when you needed the most. Thank you. So yeah, Krodha Bhakta Dveshi Dhani. So yeah, anger should be used against those who are insulting the devotees and insulting the Lord, insulting the Vedic scriptures. You see, even Sri Srila Prabhupada, pure devotee, he would let them have it. He would let the karmis have it. He would let the non-devotees have it. He would call them demons, fools, rascals, all these kinds of things. you know. So a pure devotion is not stereotype. Is that okay, Prabhu?
Yes, Prabhu. And just a follow up question.
Uh,
Prabhu, I was just generous that only Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was initiated among all the avatar of Krishna. So was Rama and Lakshman
of
initiated?
course. Yeah.
Yeah.
You didn't read Ramayana, you didn't read Bhagavatam. Krishna also. Krishna's Guru Sandipani Muni. Sandipani Muni gave him the benediction. You serve me so well. Therefore, whatever you speak will be remembered forever. Like the Bhagavad Gita. That's fired up. That's fired up. I know it's pretty fired up. And then we can see Vashishta was a spiritual master of Lakshmana, Rama, Bharata, and Shatrughna. Vishwamitra was their spiritual master. So yes, everyone they all have guru, but nowadays
So
Ritviks they don't want guru. Idiots. Anyway, so yeah, is that okay?
yes, Prabhuji. Thank you.
Cool. Yes, Jalatala Mataji.
Thank you for class, Prabhu. Let me get my camera on.
Thank you for
I can-
class. What was so thanking me? Oh, just kidding. Okay, go on. Yeah.
I know. No, so my comment is what you were saying about how Sita was following Lord Ram and how she was, all that great stuff about how she was never going to leave him and how women should follow their husbands.
Hmm.
So the what I hear from people against that, not against that, but it's like the comment that people make is, oh, well, if my husband were Lord Ram,
Then
or
I
if my husband, yeah, then I would be. And so I was just wondering, what do you say? I mean, other than like
I mean, it's
read the
simple,
books,
man.
but
I mean, it's not, these idiots think it's like something new, you know. But I mean, so many devotees said similar stuff to Prabhupada. And Prabhupada would give the example of his sister, Pishima, right? His sister was married to a person who was a fish eater. He would beat her. It was very horrible, right? They treated her very badly. But his sister basically still very submissively his sister very submissively served her husband very well, cooking all the stuff she likes to eat, he likes to eat, doing all these things, right? But somehow he let her practice Krishna consciousness. And then just seeing how submissive and humble the wife is, he eventually turned out to become a pure devotee before he died. Prabhupada shared this knowledge with us. So
okay, thank you. I missed that last part.
yeah. That's what happened. And we can see, like, just being in a man's body, and having a few adharmic relationships before coming to Krishna consciousness. You're more controlled by women who are like humble and chaste rather than those who are like bossy and like bro, to hell with her. That's a fact. Like bro, to hell with her. We don't want to be with someone like that. But but when someone was like submissive and sweet and like doing this and that, like all right, boss, like I can't be that much of a jerk. So I mean, it's just like, am I lying? Am I wrong? I'm a guy, right? Yeah, it's like that's how it works. So that's just how it works. That's the way that a man is controlled. By when a woman is a woman, she naturally controls a man. That's just how it goes. So is that okay, Mataji?
That's great. Thank you so much.
Great. Anything else? Anything from the MVD Kamalini Mataji? Do you have anything you would like to say in this regard? Or not just in this regard, anything else? Okay. All right. If there's
Hold
nothing
on.
else, yes, Guru Ma.
Well, it sure is a relief to hear Krishna Leela and Ram Leela from you, because I think everyone on this call, we already know that we don't eat karmic grains,
That's true. That's right. Yeah, good job. Yeah. Yeah.
that we have demoniac tendencies. No, and but it's great to hear Leela from you, because it's not that common. And I would love to see more seminars. Like I remember at Krishna Life, you gave a whole seminar on the Chatra Shloki.
Yeah.
And here you gave seminar too. Like I would love to see more seminars like this, like themes.
Yeah.
So thanks so much. And I know you're very, very much read. And I imagine even in your childhood, you were hearing Ramayan as well.
No, actually, I was more like a Mahabharat kind of a guy.
Okay.
In my childhood.
And you
Mahabharata,
watched
Superman.
those series,
Unfortunately.
television? They had Mahabharata on
Yeah,
television.
Mahabharata. Yeah, all the Indians know it for 100%.
Okay.
Yeah,
Great. Thanks for sharing your
yeah.
deep culture, spiritual culture
That's one
with.
thing I feel like a street urchin, to be honest, when I speak culture. But yeah, yes, Mataji, it's happening by your mercy, and yeah, if
All right.
you
Good.
yeah, if you ask me to do something, I'll have to do it.
Wow, really?
With the
Okay.
exception of marriage, of course. The exception of marriage, just letting you know. But yeah, other than that, it's being pretty reasonable. But
Yeah, I would
so
know. Yeah.
okay, so yeah, okay.
Thank you.
So please pray if all of you could pray to Lord Rama that the team distributes 5 Bhagavatam sets tomorrow before 4 p.m. Then we'll have another sesh on the Ramayana. Is that
And have it looks like you have moved to Los Angeles, kind
I
of.
know it looks like that. I've been trying to leave, but I'm somehow like just
Yeah,
situated.
because the others are all in Salem, aren't they?
Yeah,
So,
they're everywhere. They're coming back soon.
oh yeah, to go to the land.
Mm-hmm.
All right, awesome.
Yeah. Okay, so
And I hope everyone watched I don't know if what you call them, a podcast about how I came to Krishna consciousness from the Krishna life brahmacharis. Did anybody watch them? Because every single one tells how Mahotsaha made them a devotee.
nah,
So all of them, like you know how people say, "Oh, you distribute so many books, but where's the devotees?" Well, when you watch those podcasts, Mahotsaha also makes devotees. He even made brahmacharini devotees, even though they didn't know how to deal with brahmacharinis, but they
yeah.
did it anyway and gave them shelter. So anyway, it's a very wonderful example for us all. And thanks for giving your association.
Thank you, Guruma. So I hope I'll see you all tomorrow, okay? Okay, chai.
Jai Hare Krishna,
Namaste,
Namaste Garbhadra Vashya Kripa Sindhu Bhai Vishya Patitanam
Pranam,
Pavanebhyo
Pranam.
Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha